non-one.
Deep fly ball, a drive to center field. That'll get over the head of Robinson and all the way to the fence.
Lorbeck drives the lane, puts it up, right-hand lane, gets it to fall. He'll go to line for one more.
Very nice take by Zach Lorbeck.
Trying to go around to Engel. He stones him far side.
Point blank on Engel again, and he stops him.
Shotgun snap, Engel looking left, now looking right. Throw far side, throws a fade up for grabs. Hunter Beechler, far side pylon. He comes down with it. Touchdown, Bayport Pirates.
Line it ball into left field, and that'll go all the way to the fence. Coming in to score will be Hilbert.
Feed it in. Matty Ray, right-hand lane and down.
Great steal by Ray. Jerks with a nice lob over the top.
Four skates the near side circle, looking for some time. One-timer, Martin Suna. Knock off the water bottle. It's a one-timer and a goal, and the Pirates, they extend their lead.
He takes a swing at it. He'll send that one deep to right, and looks like that one's going to be a walk-off grand slam for Joe Beyer.
And your state champions.
Your state champion.
Your Bayport Pirates.
Swinging a fly ball to center field.
It's over!
And that's it!
The Pirates win it!
We welcome our broadcast from the campus of Bayport High School in Suamico, Wisconsin for FRCC boys basketball action as the Notre Dame Academy Tritons come to town to take on the Bayport Pirates. I'm Joey Bonadina. Joey Bonadina alongside Dom D'Angelo, the A-team back in the booth. One more time, Dom, how are we doing on this Tuesday evening?
Doing great. Happy New Year, everybody. Always fun when these two teams tango, and it was a great couple of games a season ago. They played each other really tight ever since head coach Brian Babinski has taken over the Notre Dame program. 4-4 so far through the first 4 seasons of his tenure. We should have another great one tonight. Both teams are coming in hot tonight, Joey.
Yeah, this is a big tie atop the FRCC after Les De Pere's upset over De Pere over the weekend. Kind of feels like it's anyone's game. It's no longer De Pere running away. They had a long conference winning streak. Now it kind of feels it's anyone's game. This team, Bayport, lost to De Pere earlier in the year. Notre Dame lost to West De Pere, but this is kind of a game that can set you up for success going down the line here in the FRCC race. A big game here in early January.
Yeah, a huge game for conference standings. Only 5 conference games after we get done with play here tonight. And there's been so much talk in sort of the national media about continuity on both the collegiate and pro level and all sorts of sports. And in this conference, no different. You've got Notre Dame, Bayport, Sheboygan North, De Pere, and West De Pere all at 3-1 atop the FRCC so far this year. And another big thing with this game, these two teams aren't going to see each other until the end of February. So they're going to go a long stretch without seeing each other again. And both teams have really started to find their footing a little bit. And it just seems like one of those seasons, one of those years where seemingly anything can happen on any given night.
Let's talk about Bayport here. 7-1 on the season. That one loss coming to De Pere, but they have reloaded here in hopes of trying to make a push for a conference title this season. Talk about some of the names that stand out to you, Dom.
I mean, A.J. Ivy's been on an absolute tear so far this year, averaging 17 points a game on 50, 40, 76 shooting. He's the head of this snake, so to speak, for this Bayport team, and he's got a great running mate, J.T. Meyer, averaging double digits with 11. You know, there was a lot of talk coming into this season about the DeMeyer boys transferring in. Obviously, J.J. has not played yet this year. They're hoping to get him back maybe towards the tail end of the year. But with those two running the show, and then you've got a lot of contributions from guys like Sawyer Durkee, Matt Stevens, Mikey Jones also in that starting lineup. Really a solid crew here for Coach Reichel. And, you know, there was a lot of, some sort of talk last year about, hey, what could Bayport maybe be? And they're starting to show up more so this year now that they've had a full year under their belt.
The Tritons have a cast of brothers themselves, the Hendricks twins. They've been running the show, kind of a very top-heavy part of their starting lineup. It's kind of 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th that the Tritons are still trying to figure out. Can they get production outside of their top 4?
They're going to have to if they want to come in here and win. And their 5th starter tonight, we have reason to believe it's going to be Alex Sayak, which is an interesting move. They kind of have been rotating that 5th starter spot. Of course, they kind of got off to a slow start this season with the deep run that they made in the football season with a couple of guys not being fully up to speed. But you mentioned it. It starts and ends with the top 4 of Austin and A.J. Hendricks, Leo Weber, and Jack Wharton. those four guys are going to have to really boulder a lot of the scoring, and especially when you look at a guy like Leo Weber, a lot of the leadership roles playing that point guard position, and it's going to be up to everybody else to sort of get themselves going if they want to contribute in this one tonight.
We got under a minute until anthems and starting lineups. We'll start letting you know tonight's Bayport basketball game is proudly supported by Zesty's Frozen Custard and Grill, the finest frozen custard in town. Amplify Health by Bell and Titletown Sports Medicine and Orthopedics. Townline Pub and Grill, Budget Blinds of Howard and Crivets. Myron Construction, Building Excellence, Northeast Wisconsin Technical College, Mako's Floor Covering Center, Greg Young Automotive of Abrams, Gallagher's Pizza, AD Images, Kimp's Ace Hardware, Parker John's Barbecue and Pizza, the Ashley Kasner Real Estate Team at Keller Williams, Core Insurance Broker Justin Spettel, Bayport Booster Club, and by members of the NEW Radio Broadcasters Club. Well, Dom, we will step aside here briefly as the anthem will be played here in just a few moments. We'll be back with starting lineups and a few keys to the game after this. We'll take a look at the starters here tonight. First for the visiting Tritons, a 5'11 senior guard, number 1, Alex Syak. A 6'2 junior forward, number 2, Austin Hendricks. A 6'3 junior forward, number 4, AJ Hendricks. A 5'11 senior guard, number 5, Leo Weber. And a 6'5 senior forward, number 22, Jack Warden. Again, Syak, Austin Hendricks, AJ Hendricks, Weber, and Warden for the Tritons. Head coach Brian Babinski in his, I'll do my math here, 5th year for the Tritons. For the Pirates, a 6'1 senior guard, 0, Mikey Jones. A 6'4 senior forward, number 3, Matt Stevens. A 6'4 senior forward, number 5, Sawyer Durkee. A 6'1 senior guard, number 24, AJ Ivy. And a 6'9 junior center, number 33, JT Meyer. Again, Jones, Stevens, Durkee, Ivy, and Meyer for the Pirates under head coach Nate Rickel in his 21st season. Dom, you look at these two sides, what are the keys to the game?
It's going to be interesting to see kind of how the height matchups go here. Something to note about both the Hendricks twins is they like to go inside, both very physical in there, but with JT Meyer standing at the basket, averaging a block and a half per game, that might be tougher to do. So Notre Dame probably going to have to shoot outside shots. Same thing with Bayport. Notre Dame is not as tall as they are on the interior, so going at the rim is going to be key for the Pirates.
And we'll look at the officials tonight. Tonight's officials are registered by the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association. Their experience and integrity qualify them to enforce the rules of the game. Are you looking to stay in the game without officials? We do not have games. Become an official today. Reach out to your athletic director or to the WIAA at wiaawi.org. Tonight's officials, Dan Learman, Eric Van Tol, and Kevin Book. Tonight, before this game between the Pirates and the Tritons. Tritons moving right to left, Pirates left to right as we see it. Tritons get the first tip, but the Pirates control it. A.J. Ivy at the controls in the backcourt. We're underway from Swamico. Ivy swings it near side for Sawyer Durkee. Now Meyer backing down Warden. Hook shot in the lane is good, and the Pirates are on the board first, 2-0.
Well, we just talked about the height disparity that favors Bayport, and they waste no time going right to Meyer, going up against the much shorter Warden there.
Hendricks looking to work inside. He has the mismatch up top with Meyer. His brother AJ swinging around. Syak. Now here comes Warden downhill against Stevens. Through the trees. Has it knocked away. He regathers. Has an open look inside. Pump fakes off the glass. Blocked by Meyer. Hendricks regathers the rebound. Cross skip pass to his brother AJ.
Yeah, once again, it feels like we predicted this perfectly. Hendricks likes to go inside there and had it denied by Meyer, and bad pass, a turnover there.
Hendricks tried to pass it back out to Weber and just not right on line off the hands. And Pirates scoring their first possession. Tritons turn it over. We're a minute into this contest.
Now, this is something you see a little bit more from this Notre Dame team this year. Some press look, not as much last year, but with everyone being so quick and a little bit shorter in size, they're able to switch a lot better defensively.
Meyer backing down Warden inside, gets the left hand off the glass and good. And as you mentioned, they're just riding JT Meyer inside.
Yeah, they're going to have to probably start double teaming him if you're Coach Babinski there, because Jack Warden one-on-one, first two possessions down the floor, no match for the taller Meyer.
Here comes Weber from the near side wing. We got a whistle and 3 shots coming up for Leo Weber, and he's done well at the line this season.
It was kind of an interesting call there. Weber didn't even fully look like he knew what the call was there, but nonetheless, he's a good foul shooter, 81% from the line on the season.
Weber has 3 shots, and he hits the first, gets the Tritons on the board, staring in to the Bayport student section.
And it's a big student section at that. I mean, the entire band's here tonight.
Student section going with the prep out theme tonight.
Gee, I've never seen that one before when Notre Dame's in town.
Shocker. Shocker. Weber misses the second. Stays at a 3-point game. Weber tries to go 2 for 3. We got a whistle and a lane violation going against the Tritons. He made it, but take it off the board. So stays a 3-point game. And Hendricks still pressing Ivy on his way up the floor.
Yeah, so Austin Hendricks gets the first crack at trying to check A.J. Ivy tonight. He's done pretty well against virtually everybody who's guarded him this season. Hendricks is a good defender, made the all-defensive team in the conference a season ago, but tough matchup for him tonight.
Warden pressing Meyer up top, see if he's going to drive inside. He does. Spinning inside again. Layup up, no good. Tipped around, still loose. Meyer gets the offensive rebound, the putback. Second chance points. Nothing stopping JT Meyer right now.
Yeah, so that first time, I think that's kind of what Notre Dame's going to have to rely on. He just missed it, but they didn't do a good job boxing out in the second chance right there for JT.
Leo Weber off a screen from Warden. Back to Warden, off the dribble, straightaway 3, in and out. Rebound by Mikey Jones, back for the Pirates, forces a pickup, and we've got a whistle and a foul down here against the Tritons. Forced the pickup, but that double gets the foul. It'll go against Alex Syak. That's Stevens to inbound. He was the quarterback for the football team last 2 years, taking the Pirates to back-to-back state championships.
And to say, darn good one, too.
3 on the way, no good from Meyer. And that's the first empty possession tonight for the Pirates.
That was a big rebound from A.J. Hendricks. He had 11 rebounds in their win against Edgewood on Saturday. He's going to have to be big again on the boards.
Here comes Warden inside, off the glass, no good, affected by Meyer. And here comes A.J. Ivy leading the pack, kicks outside, extra pass. In the corner for Durkee, in and out. Syak tracks down the rebound in front of the Tritons bench.
Yeah, good extra pass there. Just missed a 3 that time for Durkee, but they'll take those looks all night long.
Weber gets to Warden. Here comes Hendricks spinning inside against Stevens. Stevens with a bit of a length advantage on him. Weber inside, he's picked up. Pirates doing a good job of picking up these drives. A deep mid-ranger for A.J. Hendricks. That's one of those that, they don't look good analytically, but 2 points are 2 points down.
But, I mean, they're both so good at it, both Austin and A.J., and they're both so calm all the time, especially A.J. coming off that screen. That was a pretty good contest there, and he just got it high enough over the contest of the defender and able to put it in.
Ivy fouled on his way to the cup, but on the floor. It'll go against Austin Hendricks.
Now that's something we talked about the Big Four. If any one of them gets in foul trouble, that's going to cause some real problems for Notre Dame.
Meyer fade away, no good, off front rim. Hendricks gets the rebound. Here comes Weber.
Syak's had to look to shoot that.
Had an open look, but didn't have the green light. Here comes Weber. Kicks to the corner. Here's Hendricks now. Teardrop off the glass, no good. Tipped around, and Weber gets the rebound. Dumps inside. Warden kicks to the corner. Hendricks driving baseline. He stepped on the line out of bounds. Another turnover for the Tritons. Pirates doing a good job defensively. Cooled down a little bit on the other end of the floor, but they've held themselves out in front since the start.
Yeah, really good defensive possession there. They're switching everything, which, I mean, when you have the size and the length that this Bayport team has, makes it a little bit easier, even if you do have a taller and slower guy like Meyer out there, still able to affect shots.
Up top, Ivy passed to him. It was impacted by Austin Hendricks, but he drives to the cup. Contact, no whistle, bucket nonetheless.
Another guy who's really smooth with it. A.J. Ivy's going to get a cheap reach-in foul there.
Yeah, that one's not one you're going to want to put in the books, but does slow down the aggression from the Tritons offense. And a couple substitutions here first for both sides. Meyer and Jones to the bench. Leo Weber to the bench, as well as Alex Syak.
Now these are big minutes here now because you've got Weber on the bench. Still got both Hendricks guys in. But without their starting point guard in there, it's going to be interesting to see how they sort of get into their sets and try to create some quality looks.
Who can handle the basketball here for the Tritons? Hendricks inside, has it ripped away by Stevens, but Warden regathers. And the 3, no good. Throwing it off. Was that off of Durkee? It was. It'll stay with the Tritons.
Great hustle from Jonas Burnt there.
Inbound here for the Tritons. Here's Hendricks looking to drive baseline. Kicks out to Warden. From the corner on the line, no good. And Tritons still can't buy a bucket. Ivy loses possession of the basketball, but Durkee's there to pick it up. Robin Binns up top to Matt Stevens. Here's Ivy again in the corner. He and Hendricks battling all night. The foul and can't convert. There's one that you don't want to see, a foul on the mid-range shot. And now Ivy's going to have a chance to earn him at the line.
Yeah, that's already Hendricks' second, and he puts a good foul shooter on the line here. So just talked about it a second ago, foul trouble, and number 2's already got 2 personals.
Weber will check in for him, but Ivy misses the first. Pirates out in front 8-3, 12:20 to go in the first half. Austin Hendricks takes a seat with 2 fouls. Ivy splits the pair. And it's back to a 2-possession lead for Bayport. Weber, fresh off the bench, beats the timeline and now beats the press. Kicks to Hazy. There's Warden on the near side wing. Tritons still looking for a touch inside the 3-point line.
Yeah, there is nothing open against this Bayport defense here.
Weber kicks to the corner. Tritons still working around the perimeter after that short touch inside the paint. Weber picked up at the elbow. Here's Warden from straightaway 3. He rattles it in. First made 3 of the night for the Tritons, and it's back to a 3-point game.
That could really potentially change things if you're Bayport defensively. If Jack Warden is consistently hitting perimeter shots, that's going to space out everything, and really that sort of congestion in the lane that they've had the first few minutes of this one is going to start to open up a bit.
Bins the floater on the way, no good. Tipped around and rebounded by Leo Weber. Weber back the other way, dribble drive, gets himself in the lane, pulls up from inside, gets the bounce to fall out, and rebounded by A.J. Ivy.
That's his shot, though. Saw it so many times this year, and poor defense in transition.
Wide open underneath the bucket was Camden Finland, and back to a 5-point lead for Bayport. Burnt kicks to Weber for 3, rattles in and out, tipped around, but Stevens tracks it down. Numbers again here for the Pirates, picked up slowly. Stevens drives inside, he's picked up. Now here comes Ivy, tucks, kicks to the corner, bins for 3, no good. Rebound by Jack Warden.
Yeah, you don't want to leave bins open too often. Obviously, all stats that we have are somewhat unofficial, but 52% from 3 is what the research department, being myself, came up with for this one this morning.
Hendricks takes a bit of contact, no whistle. Offensive rebound for the Tritons. Warden no good, out of bounds. It'll be Pirates basketball.
That is a big missed opportunity there. Quality look from Hendricks, got something going towards the basket. Maybe some contact underneath, and then Warden with a chance to clean it up. And we've all smoked a layup in our day, right?
More than a couple.
Yeah.
More than a couple.
More than we care to admit.
That's why we got the headset on.
That's right.
Tritons showing press again. And this is what they can do to slow you down in the half court, but Binns speeds it up. Hudson Finland around the perimeter. Here's Carson Rowland. Pirates struggling to get this one inside.
Yeah, now we're seeing some good switching on the opposite end of the floor here from the Tritons.
Rowland picked up by Weber. He looks to drive inside, picks up his dribble. He's got to put it up off the glass. No good. Warden tracks it down. Here's Hendricks now. Tritons working the perimeter. He's down by 5 here, closing on the halfway mark of the first half, but out of bounds off the hands of Hazy. It'll be Pirates basketball.
Great setup there from Leo Weber. Penetrating the middle, had the defense collapse to him, had Hazy wide open, and, you know, they say it's always a passer's fault. That one may be a little hot with the pass there, but I think if you're Hazy, you got to be expecting something when your man rotates.
Tritons again showing press, not going away from that anytime soon when they can off the inbound. Roman Binns on the perimeter. Now with Camden Finland. Binns inside. Pump fakes, pulls it back down. Here's Gerald for 3, no good. Tritons up tempo the other way. Here comes Weber inside, off the glass, gets it to fall.
Yeah, they finally got an open look. Joey, does it feel like some players out here, they just feel somewhat timid to shoot. There seems to be some open looks going both ways here, and everyone's just kind of afraid to pull the trigger, and Leo Weber is able to capitalize in transition there.
Not a high-scoring start. Very slow pace to this one so far. Jacking up a three. That one well long. And pulling it down is Jonas Byrne. Meyer set to check in at the next whistle. Tritons trying to cut into the deficit. Just down by 3. Weber inside, spinning in the lane. Fade away, gets it to fall.
Well, he's made up his mind. He's going to be a scorer tonight. He's always been a team guy first, whether it be defense, passing, rebounding, but clearly tonight he said, I need to score to keep my group in it here.
And a foul on the way to the bucket. There's Camden Finland. Fouled on his way in. Jonah Marzek set to check in for Herbie Hazy. 11-10 Bayport. They've held the lead since the start.
To say this one has been a slugfest would be a disrespect to Slugfest.
Three-pointer from the near side wing, well off, but a foul down low. It'll go against Notre Dame, I believe.
Yeah, interested to see who they charge it to here.
Go against Ty Bumgardner on the push on the rebound. Shows a little bit of confusion.
Yeah, Byrne hit the deck there, and Bumgarner just got shoved again. He's back.
He's getting the matchup with Meyer. Meyer's backing him down. He falls down to the floor. No whistle still, and now an offensive foul.
I'm kind of impressed that didn't come earlier, or at least something earlier there. I mean, there was a ton of contact both ways. Meyer initiated it. Bumgarner hit the deck. They're letting them play, but then the offensive foul is going to be charged to Meyer.
I know I'm trying to be neutral here. I've known Ty Bumgarner since he was about yay little. I'm pretty proud to see the fight from 2-4 on that one. Inside, layup, no good. Affected heavily by Meyer. And here come the Pirates. They've got numbers. A foul coming up on Weber, but an offensive foul is called.
Oh, the travel first, actually.
Excuse me. Didn't see that one.
Weber went for the steal. And a timeout's going to be taken.
We have a full timeout. We'll send it to a break. It's called by Nate Rickel. We'll step aside. 7:17 to go in the first. Pirates lead by the slimmest of margins.
At Myron Construction, our passionate team members rally together every day to create meaningful connections and capture what truly matters. Within our offices and out on our project sites, Myron's strong culture and core values permeate everything we do and guide our approach to serving our clients, our communities, and each other. Together, we're building excellence.
Townline Pub and Grill. Looking for a place to grab some food? Stop at Townline. Taste the mouth-watering burgers, gourmet pizza, and endless appetizers, offering a casual atmosphere and a lively feel. Why not stop in on the way to the game? Grab a bite to eat after the game, too. A night out, a group gathering after a sporting event, or even a birthday. We want to thank you for your patronage. Townline, where the people come for the food and stay for the fun.
Back from Swamico, 11-10 Bayport. If you're just joining us, it has been a slugfest, as my friend Dom D'Angelo just alluded to. I'm Joey Bonadonna. Back for another classic of a matchup between these two FRCC foes. Tritons with the basketball, trailing by 1. They've yet to lead in this contest. Hendricks catches the inbound, now up top with Weber. Ty Bumgardner kicks to Hendricks. He's got the three. He's got it to fall. Tritons take their first lead of the game, 13-11. 7 minutes to go until the halftime break.
Yeah, that's one guy, if you're Bayport, that you can't leave open. He's been sizzling over the last couple of weeks.
Durkee picked up by Hendricks. Now here's Ivy working against Burnt. Inside, takes the contact. It will go against A.J. Hendricks on the body, and coming up with a inbound, they say on the floor.
That's what it appears to be.
Seems that will be the case.
How quick is that first step of Ivy, though? I mean, got right around Weber, able to draw another foul.
Ty Bumgarner to the bench. Admirable minutes, and we've got to travel off the handoff. Now Bayport's starting to catch the turnover bug.
Yeah, you don't see that called too often. The officials, we got a great crew here tonight, normally let that one go, but a couple extra steps before Ivy made his move.
Hendricks to inbound. Pirates showing pressure. Weber picked up by Ivy. These two are going to want to drag out possessions defensively as long as possible. Weber inside. Backing down Durkee. Has 2 feet in the lane. Kicks it out to Marza. Here comes Warden inside. Jump step. Blocked out of bounds. Last touched by Warden. Out of bounds it'll be Bayport basketball.
Yeah, it's the second time he's gone at Meyer. Second time he's been denied there. It's a tough matchup for him because you would think that he's got the quickness, but with the way that Bayport's collapsing, really difficult for any Notre Dame player to get anything going towards the basket.
Worth noting, Pirates shooting free throws the rest of the way here in the first half. Next foul will send them to the line. Ivy inside feeds. Durkee's fouled on his way up. Looked for a moment that Marzik had the positioning, but not to be. A bit of shuffling around. It'll send Durkee to the line with a chance to tie this contest up with 6:02 left in the first.
Yeah, really nice back cut there from Durkee. Got the overplay coming from that wing. 73% from the free throw line this year.
First one no good. It's long. Durkee tries to split the pair. And he does. Salvages it. Keeps it with a Triton lead, but cuts into it.
13-12. Man, this would be a heck of a baseball score at this point, but we're playing hoops on this Tuesday, and we're under 6 minutes left in the half.
Spinning inside, Hendricks picks it up. Hits to Warden. Weber off the screen, pulls the trigger, buries it. Largest lead of the day so far for Notre Dame, 16-12, and Warden's picks up the foul, trying to pull a fast one on the inbound.
Yeah, now Warden's got to be careful here because
that's just his first, but that does send Meyer to the free throw line. Jack Whitehouse comes in as Jonas Burnt is off.
So they got Warden and Whitehouse, two thicker bodies that are probably going to be the ones having to bang with Meyer down low.
And you can't ignore Stevens and Durkee as well. They're big length themselves. Meyer misses the first of the 1-and-1. Tritons up tempo. Warden kicks to Weber. He drives inside with the left, pulls it up, lays off the glass and in.
He was starting to percolate a couple minutes ago. That's 2 straight buckets for him now, and it's like this is a big Leo Weber game overcome. They said that one was tipped.
First in a double figures is Leo Weber. Ivy gets to continue the possession. Working against Marzik. Fade away from the elbow, no good. Pirates have gone cold from the field, and the Tritons with a chance to pull ahead further. They lead by 6, under 5 to go in the first. Weber off the screen, riding the hot hand, but kicks to Warden. Now a Hendricks from the near side wing, just rims in and out. Kicked out. Warden saves it. No, he stepped on the line.
Hey, but great hustle, though. Diving into the stands and diving over a couple of spectators. That's the kind of hustle that we expect to see in this game.
Still 18-12, under 4.5 to go in the first half.
May have a mismatch here. Marzik's going to be the one checking Ivy, see if they go to him.
Warden against Meyer at the perimeter. Now they get it back to Ivy. They'll go back to Meyer down low, spinning against Warden. In and out, rebound by Hendricks. After a hot start for Meyer, he as well has gone cold. Warden, offensive foul. Stevens draws it underneath. And the Tritons just can't find a way to pull away, and Warden to the bench with 2 fouls.
Yeah, that's a missed opportunity there because he had teammate wide open in the corner for the easy 3 there. He was just staring at the basket. And picks up his second. He's probably done for the rest of the half.
Ty Bumgardner back in the game, and he will have to work against J.T. Meyer. He saw some fun minutes earlier in the half. Whitehouse forces the pickup. Ivy telling Meyer to clear out. He's looking to work against Marza. Kicks out to Stevens. Extra pass. Down low. Offensive foul again. It'll go against Meyer.
Pretty clear extension of the right arm there from Meyer right into Ty Bumgarner. I tell you, he's given up a solid 5 inches to Meyer. And he's battling, and that's 2 times now that he's drawn offensive fouls on the big man from Bayport.
Weber tries to beat the press, gets it up to Marza. Here comes Hendricks down the lane, and a foul coming up against Binns. It's going to... Oh, no, we do have an offensive foul. Overrule on the near side.
I'm not sure about that one. I thought the defender was still moving there.
Well, we've seen a couple of them here tonight. Certainly feels that there's a tendency here early on. They will call the offensive foul.
Yeah.
Something to keep aware of down the line.
So now A.J. Hendricks is going to sit. So your 5 out on the floor is Weber, Jack Whitehouse, Ty Bumgardner, Alex Syak, and Herbie Hazy. I would love to know the exact total of minutes that this 5 has played together so far this year.
Deep pass down the floor. Drops the touchdown pass. Weber for 3, long.
That may have been a heat check there from Weber.
Now a fight for it on the floor. Do we have a jump ball? We do. It'll stay with the Tritons.
Tell you what, these last couple minutes, it has gotten physical.
It is a bloodbath here from Bayport High School. Buckets hard to come by. Fouls not so much.
We may have more bruises than buckets to this point.
Syak on the near wing. Here comes Weber down the lane. Knocked out of bounds off of Weber's leg. It'll be Pirates basketball.
Good strip there. I believe it was Mikey Jones who got a paw in there.
Ivy getting picked up by Weber. And now he looks to drive. Gets a hand in the lane. Layup off the glass is good. Tough bucket for A.J. Ivy. He's got 5 now. Off the screen, Hazy. Weber open in the corner, long. It's still loose. Fight for it on the ground, and we got a foul here going.
I think they said blue ball. So
I think, yeah, we've got a kicked ball, I believe, so it will stay with the Tritons. So no foul, but a kicked ball against Bayport.
I don't blame you. You just come to expect a foul with the amount of players on the floor at this point.
Up top, here comes Weber. Driving inside against Jones. Fouled on his way to the cup. 2 shots coming for Leo Weber.
Tell you what, it has been Weber or bust offensively for Notre Dame here tonight, and he's going to have a chance to add to his total here. But, I mean, both sides have been really stagnant, but you're seeing both of these guards, both Weber and Ivy, really have to work for everything that they're getting.
Tritons' lead is 4. Weber misses the first. Came in 81.2% from the line. He has hit some clutch free throws over his career as a Triton, but unable to hit the first. Tries to salvage a split, and he does.
I think that's something we're going to see. Both these teams, I think, are desperate for halftime because I think we're seeing a lot of tired legs with the active defense that's been playing on both sides.
Ivy inside, knocked away, still loose on the ground again. Coming away with it is Hazy, but another turnover on the ground. We've got a travel as he was rolling with it. It was Camden Finland trying to get up and pass, and he rolled with it.
We've seen everything, every call from that situation. We've seen fouls, we've seen jump balls, we've seen a travel now.
We've seen a kicked ball.
We've seen a kick ball.
Busy crew of officials here in the first. Whitehouse on the perimeter. Weber driving inside. Thought he might have thought about an NBA range three there for a second. Whitehouse splits it, he double dribbles.
Yeah. That's kind of what we were just talking about. If it's not Leo Weber, who's going to be the one initiating offense here for this Notre Dame team?
Whitehouse tried to play make a little bit. It comes with another turnover. We've seen a healthy share of them between these two sides in the first half. Durkee on the perimeter, gets to Camden Finland. Back to Durkee. Bins, pump fakes. Still on the perimeter, Tritons stifling. Any drive inside. Stevens off the elevator, three on the way is good. Matt Stevens, a big time three for the Pirates. And he's cut it to two. Inside, knocked away by Finland, and it'll be Tritons basketball. Bumgardner tried to fire inside to Syack. 64 seconds to play in the first.
Yeah, this Bayport pressure really feels like with some of the younger, maybe some more of the inexperienced Notre Dame players out on the floor right now, it's really speeding them up and giving them some problems.
See how long this possession takes for the Tritons. Under a minute to play. Weber kicks to Syack. He's got space to operate. Ozzie in the corner for three. Well long. Trying to track down offensive rebound, but no, it's in the hands of Stevens. Now the Pirates can play for the last shot. A chance to tie or take the lead into the locker room. Pirates setting up the offense. Here's Matt Stevens. Started up top by Bumgardner. Ivy against Syack. Here's Binns. Under 20 to play. Bayport certainly looks like they're playing for the last shot here. Hand off to Ivy, under 10. Ivy, step back three, straight away, bucket! A.J. Ivy, and the Tritons won't inbound the basketball. What an end to the first half for Bayport to take the lead after trailing for much of the end of that half.
Cold-blooded. A.J. Ivy, anytime you need a big shot, if you're Coach Reichel, you go to number 24, delivers once again.
We will head to a break here at halftime. The Pirates have the lead, led for much of the first half, relinquished it to the Tritons, but end the half on a strong run, 6-1 to close out the first half. We'll step aside and be back for the second half of action here from Bayport. 20-19, Pirates have the lead at half.
Orthopedic surgeon, my physical therapists, all of those people working together in concert.
To understand who you are inside and outside of your injury or symptom as a whole.
I don't see how you can do orthopedic care without empathy.
I want them to know that whatever activity that I'm doing is really important to me.
The goal of orthopedic care is to help me get back to where I was and beyond.
We treat the whole person, not just what hurts. Sports medicine and orthopedics at Amplify Health by Bellin. A little empathy changes everything.
Spring into action at Kemp's Ace Hardware, your local stop for garden gear and greenhouse goodness. From lush plants and lawn mowers to rakes and shovels, we've got everything you need to get your yard blooming. Need extra muscle? Rent the tools you need from our Howard or Wrightstown locations. Our friendly staff is here to help you grow something great this season. Visit us in Howard, Wrightstown, and Ashwaubenon. Kemp's Ace Hardware, your neighborhood hardware store. See you soon.
It's time to zip over to Zesty's for a fresh homemade meal. Zesty burgers are fresh, never frozen, 100% beef, grilled to perfection. Zesty's also serving Wisconsin cheese curds, homemade chicken booyah, and featuring the Chicago-style hot dog. Stay for dessert and try some fresh-made frozen custard and cones. Sundays, shakes, or scrambles. Zesty's Frozen Custard and Grill, locally owned and operated for more than 35 years with locations open in Alloway and Howard. Visit Facebook for flavor of the day.
Thanks, Mom! Hungry? Check out this deal on the best pizza in Wisconsin.
I love this pizza.
And you'll love getting $5 off any Gallagher's Pizza order of 30 or more. Get Wisconsin's best pizza, dine-in or delivery at any of our 4 locations, open until 10.
At Myron Construction, our passionate team members rally together every day to create meaningful connections and capture what truly matters. Within our offices and out on our project sites, Myron's strong culture and core values permeate everything we do and guide our approach to serving our clients, our communities, and each other. Together, we're building excellence.
Townline Pub and Grill. Looking for a place to grab some food? Stop at Townline. Taste the mouth-watering burgers, gourmet pizza, and endless appetizers, offering a casual atmosphere and a lively feel. Why not stop in on the way to the game? Grab a bite to eat after the game, too. A night out, a group gathering after a sporting event, or even a birthday. We want to thank you for your patronage. Townline, where the people come for the food and stay for the fun.
When I'm not working, I'm a family man. I mean, I have 3 kids, a wife, and we've got just a very full schedule. I coach the baseball team and coach football. Growing up in the area, it's a very safe, very welcoming community. These are people that you're doing life with. We're all in this together, and we're helping out each other, and we're doing life together. If it was done for me, how would I want it done? I go through that in my head, and then I do it that way. Do the right thing every time.
Back from Bayport as the home team, the Pirates have a 1-point lead at the half. 20-19, your halftime score here from Suamico. Joey Bonadonna alongside Dom D'Angelo. And we take a look at that first half. What an end of the half for Bayport. Kind of felt like a real slugfest, but they were very efficient on their last couple of possessions. 6-1 run to end the half to take the lead. And a lot of that has to do with A.J. Ivey hitting that step back 3. That was probably the toughest bucket of the game so far.
Oh, without question. J.T. Meyer for Bayport started the half, and then A.J. Ivey finished it. And in Ignite, where shots, good quality shots, have been really hard to come by. A.J. leads the way for Bayport with 8 points, and J.T.'s got 6. You know, it's kind of interesting. Both these teams feel like they're playing so similar. I mean, it's only a 1-point difference between them at the half. Leo Weber's leading all scorers. He's got 11 points. And we talked in the pregame about who sort of that next guy up for Notre Dame was going to be. Well, right now, neither of the Hendricks kids have really gotten any consistent rhythm. A.J. Hendricks has 5, and Austin is still looking for his first bucket. And very similar on the Bayport side, it's been their 1-2 punch so far in this first half that's been able to give them the slightest advantage going in the break.
Well, let's take a look at how this game's been operated so far. Notre Dame, pretty balanced, just 3 of 11 from outside, 4 of 12 inside. Not particularly the highest of efficiencies for Notre Dame, but they still controlled this half for most of the time. But a lot of that, as you said, had to do with the defense, had to do with the fact that they were able to pick up some whistles, pick up some fouls, and get some guys in foul trouble. J.T. Meyer was out for a fair amount of that first half. But they also, you said, the Hendricks have been able to get it going. They've been in foul trouble themselves.
Yeah, a lot of fouls going each way here. It's been extremely physical, and I think we saw some missed free throws in that half, too. I think that speaks mainly to the quality of defense that's been played so far in this game. And, you know, it's going to come down to both of these squads are good offensive teams. I mean, Notre Dame averages almost 74 points a night coming into today. Bayport at 67 points. Both of them are pretty good defensively. Notre Dame gives up 67 and Bayport 63. And right now both defenses have been on full display tonight. And this may sound ridiculous to say, but this game very well could come down to who is in the least amount of foul trouble when we get down to nut crunching time.
8 turnovers combined feels like an understatement. 5 for Notre Dame, 3 for Bayport, but it felt like it was a lot more than that. Also kind of maybe has to do with the number of possessions in the first half, but that kind of just feels not strong compared to what that felt like. Felt like we were seeing a lot of those offensive fouls, turnovers going against both sides.
Yeah, it felt very stagnant. There was not a great rhythm to either side, quite frankly. And I think that favors Bayport when you look at it. I mean, Notre Dame these last couple of weeks have been playing a really high-paced, fast brand of ball. Bayport, they have the capabilities of getting up and down the floor, but they feel much more comfortable with their size and length, being able to kind of grind out a game like this. So if things kind of continue where they are, I think Bayport's got the upper hand going into the second half.
The Tritons just 2 assists on 7 made field goals, 3 for Bayport on 8 made field goals. A lot of this has had to do with isolation scoring. Where do you think that benefits? Because A.J. Ivy's been strong. It also has been Meyer backing down in the post, but Notre Dame, they have their fair share of microwave scores as well.
Yeah, so far Leo Weber's been the standout. I mean, 11 first half points and shooting at 4 for 8 from the field. It's difficult to say because you don't really have each of your best defenders on the floor either, and I think in a normal situation you would have one of the 2 Hendricks boys checking A.J. Ivy down the floor. They both got into foul trouble late in that first half, and really for Bayport, it's kind of just been all eyes on Leo Weber. They've done a good job contesting him. He's made a couple tough shots, and really some more of his misses started to come towards the end of that half when it was all 5 guys collapsing on him because, quite frankly, Coach Reichel said, we're not concerned about anybody else on the floor. So it's been Leo Weber or bust for Notre Dame, and in the latter stages of that half, it was A.J. Ivy or bust for Bayport. And we might get a shootout between these 2 guards like you alluded to.
Quick before we end this halftime break, keys to the second half, because we talked about it in the first. Coming into the game, it was going to have to be slowing down Meyer. He's slowed down a bit, but where do we see both sides starting to win those battles?
Well, number one, both sides got to stay out of foul trouble, right? I mean, that's really been what has plagued both of them so far in this half. I think for Bayport, you got to go back to Meyer, post it up underneath. He's got to be smart with it, though. They're being really physical with him. He's taller than everybody on the floor by a substantial margin. So just use your sides, go up with it. We saw a couple little jump hooks early in that half. So if you're Bayport, I would not be surprised if they come and start with him just like they did in the first half. Notre Dame, you got to get some side-to-side ball movement going, and you really got to try to get the Pirates to rotate defensively because, like I said a couple times, it just feels incredibly stagnant. Hopefully with both the Hendricks kids getting back on the floor and also Jack Warden knocked down a 3 in that first half. If they can get more side-to-side movement and get maybe some lateral movement actively from Bayport defensively, they can catch him in a rotation and get an open shot.
Well, Dom, I hand the reins to you, play-by-play for the second half. Fun one so far here from Swamico. Excited to see the finish of this one over the next 18 minutes. These 2 always turn out some classics. You had your fair share. We had a good one last year here when we were on the call last February. Yeah, these 2 teams always have a little bit of fun. As you mentioned, since Brian Bobinski entered as head coach at Notre Dame, this has been an even battle. The years before that, it had mostly been controlled by Bayport. Only 3 Notre Dame wins in the decade before that. But now it's been an even battle.
Yep, it's been a 4-4 split since Coach Bobinski has taken over the program. They split 1-1 last year, and each game came down to the wire. Notre Dame won a close one at home as Meyer's 3-pointer is off and a long rebound's taken by Jones. And then you and I were both here at Bayport as Matt Stevens gets it to go. That was a 3-point game and came down to the finish as well. So always an instant classic whenever these 2 dance. in front of us here. This is going to be, we just talked about it, where does the offense come from here in the second half? A.J. Hendricks will try to get him on their feet, and he will for 3.
Big time 3. Cold off the bench after the first half and gets this one back to a tie.
Maybe an underrated talking point is that both A.J. and Austin, because they sat in that first half, of course they're used to playing big minutes, they got fresh legs for this entire second half. And here's what we saw a majority of the first few possessions that first half. Meyer going to work on Warden, misses that one. Offensive rebound controlled by Jones. Tried to fit it through, Warden intercepts the pass, and Notre Dame's got numbers if they hurry. Austin Hendricks traveled before the 3.
That kind of just seemed like off rhythm as Notre Dame was trying to move, as you said, had numbers if they hurried. I think they hurried maybe a bit too much.
So if you're just joining us for the second half, knotted at 22. Just over a minute gone by. From the pirate ship in Bayport, Meyer, top of the key, fakes on the 3, drives inside!
He had a feeling he was going to elevate after he got that first dribble. No one there in space. And the 6'9 junior throws it down.
So JT's up to 8 points. That ties in with Ivy for the leading scorer for Bayport tonight. Weber to Hendricks. Step back on Durkee. Back cut from Syak. Lost control of it, and Durkee corrals a loose ball. Ivy splitting defenders. Tough shot. No. Rebound goes right into the hands of Meyer. He's fouled, and he puts it in. A chance for 3 for JT Meyer.
That is a tough turn of events for Notre Dame. You got looked like a stop in transition, but unable to corral the rebound was Hendricks against Meyer, and Meyer the quick putback and the foul, and all in the same motion.
And that's the 3rd foul on A.J. Hendricks. So Meyer from the free throw line misses that one. Syak clears. And we're going to get a reach-in foul on A.J. Ivy. It's his second.
Yeah, he was one of the few stars that wasn't in foul trouble in that first half. Had a big one early, but he's mostly staying clean, but keep an eye on that if he does pick up his 3rd.
Weber and Warden with the pick and roll. Weber comes up short on the 3. Long rebound to Hendricks. Over to Austin, back to A.J. Just like in the backyard playing catch. Tough step back. Wow, over the outstretched arms of Meyer. A long 2 for A.J. Hendricks.
Talked about the mid-range game. It is a huge part of both of their games. We see another one there.
Errant pass. Ivy couldn't control it. Austin Hendricks to the basket. We're knotted at 26. Meyer to Durkee. Durkee's got the edge. Couldn't get the scoop shot to go. Long rebound out to Austin Hendricks. One-on-one with Ivy. Scoops his other way and finishes.
And this is where Notre Dame's press can start to hurt you. They speed you up a little bit. Think you're comfortable.
Ivy, finger roll.
Well, just as we say that, he's pretty comfortable at the rim himself.
Well, the pace has picked up these last couple of possessions. A.J. Hendricks spins on Durkee. Fumbled it. Still has control until Durkee dives on it. Now Stevens on the floor. Once again, we're playing Twister. And did they get the timeout in time? Yes, they did.
30 seconds, so we'll keep it here. But, yeah, it's just going to be those hustle points today. That is how someone's going to come away with this game. Tie contest at 28. Whether you're looking to capture a moment or a milestone, AD Images will be there to capture those memories. She specializes in sports, seniors, families, maternity, pets, and business photography. Her website is adimages.com, where you can find all their session options and pricing. Now booking today. Thank you, Howard and Swamico, for your business and support.
All right, so Notre Dame able to keep possession with that timeout call here, and A.J. Hendricks, these first couple of minutes, really started to pick things up offensively.
You know, those timeouts, you see typically at this level, you're going to keep those timeouts so it doesn't feel like that's a big loss there. That's a huge turn of events for Notre Dame.
Durkee's on Hendricks. They get it to Warden. Thought about teeing it up from 3. Here's Austin. Still looking for his first three-pointer of the night. AJ steps back. 3-ball from the top of the key. He's got that look. He's got that rhythm going right now. Tritons take the lead at 31-28.
They just work so well off of each other. Big start to the second half for AJ.
Nearly came up with the steal. Durkee retains possession. Kick to the corner. Meyer in rhythm, short. And Austin Hendricks with the rebound. Stevens will check him coming down the floor. In and out. Spins. Kick to the corner. Weber for 3. No. Good battle from Sayak on the offensive board. They double team Ivy in the corner. Now they got to get it across half court here. They got numbers due the Pirates. And Meyer, an easy 2.
I do give credit there to Hendricks. He walled up against Meyer. Thought maybe he may be a bit more aggressive, but he knows he has those 3 fouls.
Nice pick and roll with Warden. Stevens got a paw in there. Warden, tough shot, rims out, got his own miss. Kicks it back out to Austin Hendricks. Now Hendricks has got it back up top. Step back on Stevens. Missed it. They're going to get Weber for an over-the-back call. Only his first. We're going to have substitutions both ways as Binns and Finland return for Bayport. Jonas Burnt and Herbie Hodzi check in for Notre Dame. Pirates looking to retake the lead here. They trail 31-30 with over 5 minutes gone by here in this second half. Finland was looking for a reaching call there. Didn't get it. Up top to Ivy. Going to work on Weber. Step back 2 is Butter. If he gets going, Bayport's going to be in a great spot offensively. Started to come alive towards the end of that first half. It's the jumper to go. Weber had a great first half for Notre Dame. Jonas Burnt way off on the 3-ball, and Stevens picks up the rebound.
You know, he had the line, just not the distance.
Binns to Jones. Stevens gets a good open look. Short on the 3. Good battle from Hazy on the rebound. Hendricks will come the other way with it. Weber. Crossover a couple times, and they swing it back around to Hendricks. Going to work. Inside on Binns. With the left hand, he scores.
That's where he's been strong. Find a way to get to the rim there. He's starting to get it going in the half court. We saw a lot of transition, but now finds a nose for the rim here.
Another lead change here. Ivy with the pull-up. Got it.
Ivy, a bit of separation there, but just savvy enough to get away with it.
Warden's looking to go to the basket. Back up top to Hendricks. Thought about teeing it up. And over to Hazy. Weber, catch and shoot. Yes! A 3 for Leo Weber puts the Tritons back up a deuce. That's now 14 points for Leo Weber. Averages about 13 a night. Jones, some get back, missed it. And Weber with the rebound.
No one willing to pull away just yet, but here comes Hendricks.
Right to the rim. Another layup for Austin Hendricks, and now Bayport needs a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout with the lead up to 4, 10.5 minutes to go in regulation.
Hey, Bayport fans, you know what makes a great realtor? Someone who's actually in the community. Ashley Kasner at Keller Williams isn't just selling homes in Green Bay, she's living here. Born and raised right here, third-generation realtor, Bayport parent, and proud supporter of your Bayport Pirates. Whether you're buying your first home, selling, or looking for that perfect property in the Bayport District, Ashley's team has the local expertise you need. Because when you work with someone who bleeds blue and white, you're working with family. Reach out to Ashley and her team for all your real estate needs. Go Pirates.
All right, so things for Bayport have gotten a little bit tougher offensively, and now Notre Dame's been able to get in transition and get a couple easy ones here.
Well, they're going to have Meyer back out on the floor.
And Ty Bumgarner will check him. They get it into the front court. Here comes Binns on the baseline. Pass errant and stolen by Hazy. 2-on-2 break. Hendricks goes right at Ivy to score. Hazy nearly came away with another steal. They're going to get him for a foul. Trying to check Durkee. That's his first.
Still got some time before you're in bonus territory.
That's only the third team foul. Ivy will run point coming the other way, guarded by Hendricks. Pick and roll with Meyer. Lobs it over the top to him for an easy two.
Well, they had to get it going at some point here in the second half, and they do there. Ivy with the playmaking there, and a nice finish for Meyer.
Weber, shake and bake. Fading jumper, no. Rebound tipped around a couple times. Bumgarner's battling for it. Loose in the corner, picked up by Ivy. Up ahead to Binns, a foul before the break.
He'll go against Hendricks. It's his third, so that is something to keep an eye on. Both Hendricks with 3 fouls, 9:38 to go. And we mentioned neither side able to pull away. The Tritons still only lead just by 4.
Hendricks guarding Ivy. Ivy right to the rim.
Yeah, Ivy's going to know it when he's got 2 or 4 up against him. He knows he can take it to the cup.
Without question. Hazy taking it to the cup and scoring with the left hand. Nice move from Herbie Hazy. Getting back defensively, Hazy picks up another cheap one.
Now Brian Babinski not happy with that one.
A.J. Hendricks is going to come back in for Weber.
So interesting. Both Hendricks will be out on the floor. Weber, he'll take a breather.
Ivy, corner pop. No, Bayport wanted a foul.
Right in front of their bench, too. Typically, you don't get away with that one.
Nope. Now Bayport in a little bit of a zone look with Meyer standing right in the middle of the lane. Cross-court skip. Hendricks. Back to the other Hendricks, knocked away, stolen by Durkee. He's gotten active defensively. It's going to be out of bounds. Last touch by Burnt. It'll be Bayport ball.
Now those skip passes, they're risky, and especially in the zone look that the Pirates are showing, they can pick that one off with the air time on these passes.
They're posting up Stevens. Spins, goes up, and scores.
That's all you can do if you're either AJ or Austin Hendricks. You just have to square up and tip your cap.
Once again, we go with the zone defense to the Pirates. Nice pass underneath, and Bumgarner scores off the dish from Hazy. That's how you beat the zone. You got someone at the free throw line, and then someone cuts right behind it. Ivy, wild pass, makes it out to Meyer. Rolling, skip pass in the corner. Durkee, he needs it, missed everything. Quickly up ahead, A.J. Hendricks. In transition 3. Back iron. Rebound tipped a couple of times. It'll be controlled by Stevens. Here comes Durkee, crossover to the rim, lost control of it. It was off of Hendricks' leg.
Reinforcement here for the Tritons. Warden in, Weber back in for Austin Hendricks. So less foul trouble to deal with.
They lob it into Meyer and get it over to Ivy. Spinning jumper, rims out. That one was halfway down and he couldn't find the bottom of the net.
He's been hitting those tonight.
Weber to Warden, in rhythm, short, and Ivy corrals the rebound.
No one can find that kill shot bucket just yet. 7:20 to play.
Durkee in the corner, guarded by Hazy. Going to the rim, and a foul is called. It's going to be the third foul on Herbie Hazy. And that will send Sawyer Durkee to the charity stripe, 73% on the season.
Well, and those are three quick ones for Hazy, all coming in this second half.
And Durkee knocks in the first free throw, and Sayak off the bench is going to check in for Hazy. Durkee can cut it to 2 if he finds the bottom of the net here. He does not. Warden skies high for the rebound. So we remain at 3, approaching 7 minutes to go. Weber inside the lane, puts it in.
Had an open look, but he had an eye for the basket the whole time. Gets it to fall. Big mid-range.
And the lead back up to 5. Some aggressive defense from Burnt here on Ivy. Burns, he's got no fouls to this point, so he can be as aggressive as he wants to here. But the next foul would put Bayport at the free throw line. Three-pointer from Durkee. No. Rebound is knocked around. It's on the floor, and Meyer cleans it up.
Oh, we got Hendricks down. He's holding his ankle. Bit of a tie-up underneath, and yeah, you can ill afford that one if you're Notre Dame.
And he is struggling to put any weight on that left foot. Of course, when you got a scrum for the ball down there, you got bodies flying everywhere. You could roll it, someone could land on you. And that is a big loss for a guy who's having such a sensational season. 17 points a game. Terrific shooter, and he is laboring as they have to take him off the floor. And a 3-point game with 6.5 minutes left in regulation. Warden up top. Driving, lost it, but he got fouled. He'll get 2 free throws. That's going to be on Meyer, and that'll be his third. It's only the second team foul against Bayport. And it'll send Jack Warden, a 67% free throw shooter, to the line. Jack Warden, who burst onto the scene last year as a junior, coming off the bench for that team that made it all the way to the sectional finals, misses the free throw there. His role has expanded greatly with some of the departures from a season ago. They're going to get burnt for the foul. And that's going to send him to the free throw line here, as that's the 7th team foul. So Mikey Jones will have a 1+1. Jones short on the first free throw. I was purposely not saying anything until that ball was in the air with the struggles from the free throw line tonight. As
our producer Chris Learman
That's
did,
right.
And it might have reverse jinxed it.
Nice pass underneath to Warden for the easy bank shot. And Burnt's going to be called for a foul, so we're going to make the long walk to the other end of the floor.
Dom, you just said a couple minutes ago that Burnt can be as aggressive as he wants, but now you're almost playing with your team fouls at this point. It's not necessarily your own. Now Burnt picks up 2, and on top of that, you're basically giving free opportunities to score. It might not be exactly 94 feet, but close to it.
First free throw rims in. Also, what does there's a sarcastic clap from Chris with the free throw going in. What is the amount of fouls that we've seen to this point? What does that do for just a team trying to get into rhythm offensively?
It does slow you down, but points are points. It feels like at this kind of basketball game, as we do see A.J. Hendricks return to the Notre Dame bench. He is in some significant pain, but he will at least get to be on the bench with his team.
Yeah, he's still hobbling pretty good as he takes a seat.
He tried to take a jog. You might have seen it.
So Stevens is guarding Weber. Kick to the corner for Syak. And around the arc we go. Under 5.5 to go in this second half. A 3-point game between Bayport and Notre Dame. Syak catch and shoot. Rebound comes all the way out to Weber and over to Hendricks up top.
You really use Hendricks to get his outside shot going right now.
Weber in the lane. Missed it. Rebound is going to be controlled by Rowland. Here come the Pirates the other way. Meyer goes right at Warden. That's the third offensive foul on JT Meyer. And that's number 4 overall.
Coach Rickel barking. He wanted that pass to the corner. Meyer goes to take it himself. Notre Dame's going to take a timeout here. It'll be a full. So we'll take it with him.
We will come back after this quick break. 48-45. Always a good one when Bayport and Notre Dame get on the floor together.
Abrams is your #1 dealership with a veteran staff in all departments. 10 years experience and counting is quality you can depend on. Greg Young is your top dealer in customer satisfaction and sales satisfaction year in and year out with a fully staffed service and collision center that will work on all makes and models with free estimates. And don't forget about the huge parts department. And we need cars. We'll buy your car even if you don't buy from us. So stop by and check us out or check out our inventory online at GregYoungAbrams.com.
This is how I convinced my dad to go to NWTC. Every day, Dad would get home from work and be like, "Hey, honey." So I was like, "Dad, haven't you always told me I should go after my dreams?" And he said, "Well, of course." And I'm like, "Well, then why don't you?"
So that's what I did. I went to NWTC for design and graphic technology. Good thing dream jobs can happen at any age.
Back from timeout here at Bayport. 3 points the differential between these two FRCC rivals. 4:51 to go in regulation. If you're just joining us, you've missed a great game. It was a 1-point game at the half favoring the Pirates. And Notre Dame found a little bit of a rhythm offensively, and that has them up by 3 with under 5 minutes to go in this one. And we've seen in the past, Joey, these two might need extra basketball with some of the close finishes that they've had. Hendricks hits a clear path to the rim. He got fouled. He hits the deck hard. And he'll get 2 foul shots.
It's a first on Finland. Yeah, with Hendricks, that's what you can do to slow him down. He's so efficient at the rim. And who do I see checking in at the scorer's table there, Dom? This is a shocker to me.
First free throw was good, and A.J. Hendricks in Willis Reed type fashion checks back into the game for Notre Dame. Durkee returns for Bayport.
Certainly a Tuesday night in the FRCC pales in comparison to Willis Reed at the Garden.
You got to build up the dramatics, though, for this one.
No,
right?
I agree. I agree.
Second free throw is good. Haven't been able to say this much tonight, but a 2-for-2 trip from the line puts the lead back up to 5. Here's Ivy, checked by Hendricks, and now Weber switches onto him up top. Dancing with it. Trying to find a cutter there. Meyer sets his feet and knocks in a three.
That is huge if you're Bayport. You needed a bucket there, and not only that, you get a three from your big man. 2-point game.
Yeah, Meyer's been struggling from distance all season long. Hits a big one there to cut it to 2 with 4 minutes to go. Weber driving. Got stuck in the air, threw it to no one in particular. Syax saves it to Hendricks. Going around the Warden screen. Warden fakes on the three, drives inside, and gets it a rim in.
Oh, look for a moment that he just didn't have enough touch, but gets the bounce with it.
Back up to 4. Ivy and Meyer in that pick and roll. Beautiful touch.
Beautiful play there by A.J. Ivy with the reverse.
He's up to 18. Hendricks to the corner. Austin, the corner pop. Yes! A big-time three for Austin Hendricks.
Alluded to it before. You needed one from Austin Hendricks, and you get a corner pocket. 3 minutes to play, 5-point game.
Ivy, couple crossovers, dancing with it at the free throw line, spins, and a foul is going to be on Weber. That's going to be his second, but that will send Arson Rowland to the charity stripe. That's a big hit. He gets it to rattle in. And the next Notre Dame foul will have Bayport shooting the double bonus the rest of the way. Big 2-for-2 trip there as Mikey Jones is going to check in for Rowland. He did his job knocking in his free throws.
So now this team's starting to get their preferred starters in the game. Who would have thought with the foul trouble, with the injuries we've seen, that we're going to see this for the last 3 minutes of the game?
We have already matched the final score in this game a season ago. 55-52, Bayport won on this floor last February. Right now, approaching 2.5 minutes, the Tritons have the upper hand. Warden thought about teeing it up.
Time is on your side if you're Notre Dame.
And a travel is called on Austin Hendricks. Bayport gets a break, and they get the ball back.
Just as I say that, it'd been a while since you've seen one of those turnovers. Comes right there, just the extra step.
Ivy and Meyer in that pick and roll. Ivy's pass deflected and saved right to Meyer. He's got a clear pass, stripped away by Weber. Active hands from Leo Weber forces a takeaway.
Just talking about a week ago, a big play in this gym between these two. Dating myself 5 years ago. Same time, same play with a big strip on that end of the floor. But here's a turnover for Bayport. Timeout first. And it will be Bayport ball.
Oh, man. We will take a quick break and come back for what is setting up to be another instant classic. The Pirates and Tritons. Always fun. You're watching NEW Sports Radio and the Tritons.
Spring into action at Kemp's Ace Hardware, your local stop for garden gear and greenhouse goodness. From lush plants and lawn mowers to rakes and shovels, we've got everything you need to get your yard blooming. Need extra muscle? Rent the tools you need from our Howard or Wrightstown locations. Our friendly staff is here to help you grow something great this season. Visit us in Howard, Wrightstown, and Ashwaubenon. Kemp's Ace Hardware, your neighborhood hardware store. See you soon.
Considering a room update or building your dream home and don't know where to begin? The design team at Mako's will guide you through the selection process and put your mind at ease. Solutions and styles to make you the envy of the neighborhood. Mako's, your premier flooring center. Now that's value.
Hungry? Check out this deal on the best pizza in Wisconsin.
I love this pizza.
And you'll love getting $5 off any Gallagher's Pizza order of 30 or more. Get Wisconsin's best pizza, dine in or delivery at any of our 4 locations. Open.
Back at Bayport, 55-52, under 2 minutes remaining between these two FRCC rivals in a game that has seen A.J. Ivy and J.T. Meyer combined for 37 of the Bayport 52. And the man of the hour's got the ball coming across half court. Durkee to Ivy. Thought about teeing it up. Hendricks right on him. Gets to the basket and scores.
Big bucket there for Ivy. 90 seconds to play. What do you do now if you're Notre Dame? Plenty of fouls to give, and you have the lead.
Weber with 80 seconds to go. Over to Warden. A.J. Hendricks, who got injured earlier in this half. He's back in the game now. Austin Hendricks guarded by Matt Stevens. Crossing over, working his way. A foul was called with 1:05 to go. That's the first foul on Matt Stevens. It's so amazing at this point in the game with how many fouls have been called. Only first on the senior. 5th team foul against Bayport, so a couple more until Notre Dame's on the free throw line. Weber's guarded by Meyer. Under a minute to go. Weber gets past Meyer at the free throw line, kicks it to Hendricks. Warden cuts, wide open. Austin Hendricks fires away and knocks in a three. 40 seconds to go. Timeout, Coach Babinski, to reset his troops. Austin Hendricks, he struggled all night long, and he hits the three-pointer to give Notre Dame a 2-possession lead.
You needed one from Austin Hendricks. You got 2 of them in this second half. Hey, Pirate Nation, when you see our kids out there giving it their all, you know what community means. So does Ashley Kasner, third-generation Green Bay Realtor, Bayport mom, and huge Pirate supporter. Ashley and her team at Keller Williams are here for you, whether you're moving into the Bayport district or selling your home. Her kids play here. The agent on her team's kids play here. This isn't just business, it's personal. Ready to make your real estate dreams happen with someone who gets it? Reach out to Ashley and her team for all your real estate needs. Let's go Pirates.
All right, so 41.5 seconds to go. 4-point lead for Notre Dame here. If you're Bayport, what are you thinking, do you think?
You need a quick bucket. You need a quick, efficient bucket. I hate to be the cliche. You don't need a 3 here. You just need points.
Ivy goes inside. Floater, short, rebound, tipped. And battling for it, Hendricks comes out of the pack, and a whistle and a foul. They're going to give it to Ivy. That's his 3rd.
Well, that is a huge battle to win for Austin Hendricks. How about these last couple minutes for him? Now Notre Dame just needs to take care of the basketball for the last 28.7.
Warden's got to get it in. He will to Hendricks. And Ivy will foul him, and that will be the 4th on Ivy and put Austin Hendricks at the free throw line. It'll be a 1+1 shot for Hendricks, who shoots it just a tick above 60%. And we're going to have Jonas Burnt come in for Notre Dame. He checks in for Syak.
Hendricks has met the moment to this point. This free throw no different.
He's had a big second half. Clutch free throw there. This to make it a 6-point game. Cold-blooded. And an even 20 for number 2 in blue. Ivy's got to go quick with it. Way outside. Fires it up. No. Rebound taken by A.J. Hendricks. foul with 18.1.
He was baiting for a foul. Just the word to use there, that was the strategy there. Ivy with the late closeout, rather Hendricks with the late closeout on Ivy. He wanted the foul. That's why he took so deep of a three with so much time left. But ends up just being a wasted possession for Bayport.
Now, A.J. Hendricks, who's had an interesting night, got the injury earlier, misses the free throw, so Bayport's still breathing here. They got to go quick with it. 15 seconds for Rowland. Over to Meyer, under 10 seconds now. Ivy to Meyer. Three-pointer is off. It is out of bounds. Notre Dame ball, 4.1 seconds to go. Meyer is asking why there wasn't a foul. There was some contact, but not enough in as physical a game as this has been to draw a whistle. Pass way down the floor. Hendricks just Moss Stevens, who's on the floor. Syak holds onto it as the buzzer sounds. Notre Dame comes to Bayport and gets their first win at the Pirate Ship since 2021.
Well, Notre Dame over the years, they have found their signature win in conference play that sets them into motion. This could be that moment for Notre Dame. This was a huge one to get on the road. What moments for the Hendricks twins. A great first half for Leo Weber. What a game for Notre Dame. And they steal one here in Swamico.
We will take a break and come back with some final numbers and thoughts. What a game we just saw. 60-54. Notre Dame comes out victorious. We'll be back in just a moment.
Working, I'm a family man. I mean, I have 3 kids, a wife, and we've got just a very full schedule. I coach the baseball team and coach football. Growing up in the area, it's a very safe, very welcoming community. These are people that you're doing life with. We're all in this together, and we're helping out each other, and we're doing life together. If it was done for me, how would I want it done? I go through that in my head, and then I do it that way. Do the right thing every time.
Luxury vinyl floors are waterproof, kid-proof, and pet-proof, so they can stand up to real-life conditions. You'll find the largest selection at Maco's. Do it yourself or trust our guaranteed installation. Maco's, your premier flooring center. Now that's value.
Hungry? Check out this deal on the best pizza in Wisconsin.
I love this pizza.
And you'll love getting $5 off any Gallagher's Pizza order of 30 or more. Call us for delivery. It's the best way to feed your office for lunch.
This is the story about a little empathy. No matter where little empathy looked, it just couldn't find its place in the world. Which was sad, because it had so much to give. Then one day, little empathy made a friend. And the friend took it somewhere it would always be useful and appreciated. Welcome to a place where healthcare is all about caring. Amplify Health. A little empathy changes everything.
At Parker John's, we do barbecue the right way, from tender pulled pork to slow smoked brisket.
That's what I'm talking about.
Not in the mood for barbecue? Our stone-fired pizzas are baked to perfection. Looking to wet your whistle? We've got great craft beers, signature cocktails, and loaded Bloody Marys. Parker John's is a family-friendly place to have a smoking good time. So whether you're here for all-you-can-eat nights or just a great meal, we're bringing the smoking good flavor 7 days a week. Come on down, we can't wait to have you.
Parker John's.
Greg Young of Abrams is your #1 dealership with a veteran staff in all departments. 10 years experience and counting is quality you can depend on. Greg Young is your top dealer in customer satisfaction and sales satisfaction year in and year out with a fully staffed service and collision center that will work on all makes and models with free estimates. And don't forget about the huge parts department. And we need cars. We'll buy your car even if you don't buy from us. So stop by and check us out or check out our inventory online at GregYoungAbrams.com.
Townline Pub and Grill. Looking for a place to grab some food? Stop at Townline. Taste the mouth-watering burgers, gourmet pizza, and endless appetizers, offering a casual atmosphere and a lively feel. Why not stop in on the way to the game? Grab a bite to eat after the game, too. A night out, a group gathering after a sporting event, or even a birthday. We want to thank you for your patronage. Town Line, where the people come for the food and stay for the fun.
You're listening to Bayport Pirates Sports on NEW Sports Radio at newsportsradio.com.
Back here at Bayport, Pirates suffer a tough one, a 6-point loss to their arch nemesis, the Tritons. And a difficult one to swallow here tonight if you're Coach Reichel's team.
Yeah, I mean, the stats certainly point Notre Dame's directions where it was most important. Notre Dame out-rebounding Bayport. That was a matchup that simply the Pirates had to win. They had the size advantage, but the Tritons they won it. It was controlled by the Pirates early on, but Notre Dame, they were able to take advantage of the other stat that Bayport struggled at. 3 of 18 from deep on the game. Notre Dame, just 8 of 22. They're 36% on the game. That's still respectable from deep, but this was a game that Bayport couldn't hit their shots. They just couldn't get anyone going outside of A.J. Ivey or J.T. Meyer, and really that's what set them back. You did not see those moments from Ivey or Meyer in that second half. You certainly did from A.J. and Austin Hendricks.
Yeah, definitely. 2 big-time performances in this one. Austin ends up being the high scorer with 20 points tonight. And A.J., he sustained that tough. We think it's ankle. Don't want to speculate too much, but he was able to come back in the game and provide some big minutes there down the stretch for Coach Babinski's squad. And we said it in the open, it was the big 4, right? It's the 2 Hendricks kids, Jack Warden and Leo Weber. And Jack Warden held his own against the 5 inches height difference of him and J.T. Meyer, and then really in that first half it was Leo Weber, and then the Hendricks took him home.
Yeah, the fact that you mentioned A.J. Hendricks was able to go out and see the floor again, the fact that he was able to come back out, that has to be a huge sign. He had some big plays down the stretch as well. That was it. That was the guts that Notre Dame had tonight to come out and get this win.
And tougher sledding ahead for Bayport. They will welcome in the Sheboygan North Raiders on Friday. In previous circumstances, had Bayport won tonight. Don't know the final score of what Sheboygan North is at, but that could have been for the number 1 positioning in the conference, and now it's Notre Dame who breaks that 5-team tie at the top of the FRCC.
Yeah, Notre Dame is sitting atop. They're going to have some. They're going to have some competition still to face. They have that head-to-head loss with West De Pere. They take on Ashwaubenon this evening. So they're going to be teams start to drop like flies from that tie. And, it's going to be a fun race to follow in the FRCC. Notre Dame, they strike first blood in this rivalry this season.
Yeah, and these 2 teams will not see each other again until February 2nd. At the Triton Center. We got a couple people to thank for us tonight.
Yeah, tonight's Bayport basketball game proudly supported by Zesty's Frozen Custard and Grill, the finest frozen custard in town. Amplify Health by Bell and Titletown Sports and Orthopedics. Townline Pub and Grill, Budget Blinds of Howard and Krivitz. Myron Construction, Building Excellence. Northeast Wisconsin Technical College. Mako's Floor Covering Center. Greg Young, Automotive of Abrams. Gallagher's Pizza, AD Images, Kim's Ace Hardware, Parker John's Barbecue and Pizza, the Ashley Kasner Real Estate Team at Keller Williams, Core Insurance Broker Justin Spettel, Bayport Booster Club, and by members of the NEW Sports Radio Broadcasters Club.
That just about does it for us tonight. For our producer, Chris Learman, who'll be back here on Friday night when the Pirates welcome in Sheboygan North. For Joey Bonadonna, Dom DeAngelo saying thanks so much for watching and good night from Bayport. Again, the final, Notre Dame 60, a 6-point win over the Bayport Pirates. Good night from Bayport.